Ignition and liftoff of Starlink 414. Vehicle's pitching downrange. MOD chamber pressure is nominal.
As you can see on your screen and heard by the cheers of folks with me here at Mission Control, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40, carrying our 53 Starlink satellites. Although at liftoff, gravity is pulling straight down on the rocket, as we ascend, we actually tilt the engines. The technical term for that is gimbaling for all my rocket nerds out there. And that actually turns the rocket horizontally.
Falcon is supersonic.
So we're still going up, but with that gimbaling, we're now also heading horizontally away from the launch pad. That's what we call a gravity turn. Now we're going...
Max Q.
There we heard the call out for max Q. That's the point in which the vehicle experiences the greatest dynamic pressure. So we're going to throttle those engines back up. And we're coming up to a series of events that will happen in quick succession. For those of you that have followed our launches previously, you know not to blink. The first of those three events is...
Start of MVAC engine chill.
All right, so we heard call out MVAC engine chill. We're basically flowing some of the super chilled liquid oxygen through the turbopumps of the second stage MVAC engine in preparation for its ignition. But first, we have to do MECO, or main engine cutoff. That's where all 9 Merlin engines shut off to slow the vehicle down in preparation for the next milestone, which is stage separation, where the first stage and second stage will separate. As the first stage makes its way back to Earth for landing, the second stage continues its journey with SES-1, or second engine startup. This is where the single Merlin vacuum engine
and back ignition.
All right, so all 3 of those events in quick succession.
Bearing separation confirmed.
And there we can see that the fairing halves have separated, exposing our Starlink satellites to the vacuum of space. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see those grid fins deploying on the first stage.
Both stages are on nominal trajectories.
All right, great news there. Everything looking back home to Earth, and it will execute 2 burns today. The first burn is the entry burn. We will ignite 3 of its engines, 3 of the 9 Merlin engines at the bottom of the first stage to help slow the stage down. The second burn is the landing burn, and that's where we ignite 1 engine, just the center engine, that will bring the vehicle speed down rapidly in order to land on our drone ship. Just read the instructions.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
So we can see the first stage has
Stage 1 MTS is saved.
Begun its entry burn. We have reignited 3 of the 9 Merlin engines to help slow the booster down as it re-enters the thick part of the Earth's atmosphere. This burn will last about 20 seconds. Everything continues to look nominal for second stage. We can see that that entry burn has concluded for first stage.
Shut down.
Again, that white gas that you see coming from the booster are the nitrogen gas bursts that we use for attitude control. As I previously mentioned, you were able to see the soot markings on this booster left over from its previous flight, re-entry through the clouds now. Everything continues to look nominal with second stage
Stage 1
there.
landing burn. Stage 2 terminal guidance.
All right, we heard the call out and you can see there on screen the landing burn has begun. Watch closely, we should be able to see the drone ship come into view. This drone ship is about the size of a football field.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
As you can see, this booster has touched down once again. This is the 12th recovery for this particular booster.
Stage 2 FDS is safe.
This recovery also marks the 115th recovery of a first stage booster. Gorgeous shot of that booster on our drone ship. Just read the instructions. Of a successful second engine cutoff and good orbit, we'll be ending our webcast for today's launch. As I mentioned previously, we'll be confirming payload deployment via our social channels, so keep an eye out for that.